tell you a little story. She left out of my intro that I had had a near-death experience. It didn't seem near-death at the time. It seemed I was looking down on a dead body that they were trying to resuscitate. Is that the right word? Resuscitate? Yeah. I was in an operating room, and they were performing the second surgery in 72 hours on me, which is dangerous, and they don't even like to do it, but it was that or they were going to lose me for sure. So it was, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And at one point, suddenly, I was above the operating room, and I was looking down at all the commotion. And the funny thing to me now is, I didn't care. It was very, oh, that's interesting. Cool. It was just, I had no attachment to the outcome of what they were doing. If it worked, great. If it didn't work, I don't care. This is cool. I was just kind of, it was like being high. But then, I expanded. And I could see the operating room, but I could see the operating rooms on both sides of it too. It was like, and it wasn't like seeing, it was like being. It was like, it's hard to describe, but I was including them. It was like presence only, wow, expanded. And then I got even bigger and I could see the whole hospital, or I could take in the whole hospital, which at that point I saw my poor husband. Not this husband. My first husband, who is dead. I saw him trying to find me in the room. They had to rush me to the emergency operation. And he had gone out for dinner or something, come back. And my room was empty. And he had gone to the nurses to find out where I was. And they said, oh, you need to clear her room out. And that was all the information they gave me. And, I'd been in the hospital for a week or two. I'd had flowers and what have you. And he was like, well, where is she? Well, you need to just clear out the room. She won't be coming back to this room. And what they knew was I would be going to ICU. And I couldn't have any of those things in ICU. You have your body and that's it. So I saw this. I could, I felt bad for him, but again, it was like, well, that's interesting. Watching his reaction, and here's my poor husband freaking out, and I'm just, oh, isn't that curious? And I just got bigger and bigger, and then suddenly, I was back. It worked. They got me back. So is that near death or is that death? Felt like death to me. But it wasn't the tunnel. I wasn't going after a light at the end of the tunnel. I was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is what presence does. Now I have done that since then. You're still attached to your body, but you're kind of expanded out. I was on a ride at Six Flags, and it was a roller coaster, and I don't do roller coasters, but someone talked me into doing this. And it was that one that goes like that and does that weird stuff. Scared me to death. And at one point, I was watching it from outside. And I thought it was my imagination, but we got off, and the guy that was in the roller coaster with me said, where did you go? I said, what? He said, there was a point when you weren't there. It was just your body. And I was like, holy shit, it really happened. Excuse my language. Wow. And I've had it happen a few times. It's not by choice. It's not, oh, I think I'll go take a trip to the moon or something. It's usually I'm too scared for the situation and I just pop out. I guess I learned how to do it when I died, and I just kind of pop out. I leave this poor body to deal with it, and I'll come back if it's safe.